Hi everybody, in this series of videos we want to talk about the brain and the barrier which prevents the entrance of not all the type of molecules within the brain, okay? The brain is the controlling system of the body, so we have to assure the maximum security related to the brain. Let's have a look at this specific biological barrier, which is called the blood-brain barrier, the triple B, okay? In the first place, we are going to have a look at two short videos, and after that we will continue with the lectures of the Professor Francesco Cellesi.
The blood-brain barrier, such as other blood barriers, is a remarkable anatomical adaptation. Its most striking structural feature consists in endothelial cells, tightly joined by tight and gap junctions. These structures bind the cells side by side through several proteins, including connexins, claudin 5 and ZO1, thus maintaining the barrier's integrity. Pericytes cover about a third of the capillary surface, and surrounding glial cells, named astrocytes, support these capillaries with their foot processes. This capillary bed in the human brain has a total length of approximately 600 kilometers, with a surface area of about 20 square meters. It is permeable only to some molecules, such as nutrients entering the brain, or waste products, hormones and excess neurotransmitters that leave the brain. Only a small number of drugs are able to translocate it. To be able to do so, these molecules require lipophilicity, a size smaller than 500 Daltons, and evasion of mechanisms of active extrusion.
To keep out foreign invaders, the brain relies on a membrane that lines the brain's blood vessels, known as the blood-brain barrier. All blood vessels are lined with endothelial cells. There are gaps to let molecules out of the blood vessel and into other tissues. But the endothelial cells that line the brain's blood vessels are really close together. That means only certain molecules can slip through and get out into the brain tissue. Some molecules, like water and oxygen, can cross the blood vessel's wall and get into the brain. So can some fat-soluble substances like caffeine and alcohol. Other molecules the brain needs, like glucose, can hitch a ride into the brain tissue with the help of certain proteins. But by and large, the blood-brain barrier doesn't let most drugs through, which presents a big problem in medicine. That's made it tricky to find treatments that work well for neurological conditions like Alzheimer's, stroke, and brain